Okay, pero eto nga. So, dahil expected na tatamaan talaga tayo, tataas ang presyo, ang isang pinag-uusapan ngayong posibleng response dito ay yung suspension, temporary suspension ng excise tax.
Right.
So, ibig sabihin, babawasan yung buwis na pinapataw mo sa pumapasok na langis and therefore, bababa yung presyo. So, hindi ganun ka, maski tumaas yung presyo ng hindi ganun ka sakit pagdating na dun sa consumer. Ang pagkakaintindi ko, sa House, it's on second reading today.
Ano ba ang proposal sa House?
Sa House, binibigyan ng kapangyarihan yung presidente to temporarily suspend.
Oh, okay.
Ayan. So, yung
Just both taxes, excise and VAT? Or
excise lang. Excise. Okay. So, excise taxes on petroleum products. So, alam ko kanina nag-second reading sa House of Representatives. So, kung ano yan, posible baka by tomorrow. Meron bang session tomorrow? Ano ba ngayon?
Friday. Thursday.
Okay.
Meron.
Posible. Third reading bukas kung ipapasa.
Ang bilis
Pero wala pa sa Senate eh.
Okay.
So,
pero meron si Senator Liz Ontiveros na her own proposals. So, hindi pa I think hindi pa na-hear.
Pero meron kasing debate dito, EL eh. Kasi pag sinuspend mo ang excise taxes, kumbaga lahat makikinabang.
Right.
So, ibig sabihin, mayaman ka, mahirap ka, jeepney driver ka, o negosyante ka, pare-pareho kayong makikinabang doon sa suspension. So, ang isang counter-proposal ng ilang ekonomista ay, imbes na yung untargeted na ganyan, na lahat patas-patas lang, gawin na lang natin targeted subsidy.
Okay.
Diba? So, halimbawa, mga jeepney driver, tatamaan sila nung pagtaas ng krudo. O edi, bigyan na lang natin ng direct government subsidy para meron silang... At ginawa na yan before, di ba? Yung binibigyan ng mga parang card na pwede nilang gamitin sa mga stasyon.
That was the time yung train law when it was passed.
Yes.
Diba? Kasi, by the way, before we jump into that, mahal ang gasolina natin obviously because of the cost, no? But we're taxed twice, actually. Because, let's say, 100 pesos yung 100 pesos yung, o 100 pesos yung cost ng gas, ng oil. Ng gasolina. Meron tayong dalawang tax excise tax and VAT.
VAT, tama.
Ipapato mo let's say the excise tax around 10 pesos. So it becomes 110. On top of that,
yung 12%.
VAT is not just the 12% on the 100 pesos, but the entire 110. It's not just the base price. Not just the price.
Kumbaga sasama mo yung excise tax dun sa computation ng VAT.
100 plus 10, 110 times 12%. Kaya ang mahal ng gasolina natin. So but because there are several components, we were discussing it. Now you can determine actually the price of gasolina refined products because as Singapore, there's a MAPS. Ang benchmark is MAPS, no? Mean on Platts Singapore. Mean is average. Platts is the agency that monitors the prices of the refined products, petroleum products in Singapore. So may mga may mga categories yan. The cost of acquiring the oil plus profit margin, cost, taxes, yung logistics, lahat yan, mako-compute mo. Kaya parang ang presyo sa Pilipinas, parang may cartel na pagpresyo hindi naglalayo ang presyo ng Shell at sa Caltex. But it's not because of cartel behavior because same ang computation nila. They're acquiring oil from the same
supplier.
Exchange, the gas exchange, oil exchange. So, yun ang problema natin, mahal na nga yan. So now we go to subsidies.
Oo nga. So, ikaw, anong...
In the train law, when they implemented the train law, naglagay siya ng excise tax. The reason why they did targeted doon because they didn't want to lose revenue and there was walang fuel crisis. So they just wanted to, they didn't want to, ayaw na lang bigyan ng they just wanted to save the revenue. So, ang ginawa nila, ito, targeted to, like you said, public transport, ang binigyan ng subsidy. But, ang kwenta sa atin, to do that, it took them 2 months. Now, this is
Kasi mag-identify ka actually.
May database mo.
Sino yung mga taong bibigyan. Pangalawa, meron kang distribution system na kailangan i-set up.
Right.
So all that takes, hindi lang oras, pero gastos.
And not only that, it's not the DOE's job to do that. it went to the job of the SWD to do that.
Kasi sila yung may
In
database.
fact, that's called the Pantawid Pasada.
Oo.
So, but that kind of a targeted will not be effective in this situation because we're talking about intensity, speed eh. Ang ano natin, gas prices natin will be moving very, very fast.
Tama.
So, imagine mo, ganito, let's assume itong week na to nag-increase ng 20 pesos. It took them 2 months or 8 weeks. Imagine mo, wala kang ginagawa, you're still doing your database and identifying who are the targeted beneficiaries. That 20 pesos every week for 8 weeks will become 160.
Yeah.
Wala ka pa bang nabibigay na subsidy.
Tsaka yun nga ang isang problem kasi dito, dahil nga hindi lang naman ito tumaas dahil nagkaroon ka ng batas or something like that eh. Diba?
Right.
Tumaas ito dahil may shortage talaga.
Right.
So, tama yung sasabi mo, El. Mabilis na aakyat yung presyo. Pangalawa, pag akyat nun, yung mga ripple effect sa mga ibang mga bilihin.
Right.
Magmamahal ang grocery.
Food.
Magmamahal ang pagkain.
Electricity.
Kuryente, magmamahal. Lahat yan.
Lahat.
So, ang point din, paano ka sino itatarget mo for subsidy? Madali kasi yung dati na, o sige, yung mga namamasada.
Right.
Pero kung ganito, natatamaan lahat. Di ba? Dahil magmamahal lahat eh.
Exactly.
Paano ngayon?
If you're, the last time, tinarget lang nila public transport. Right now, if you're going to do targeted subsidies, you have to also include food transport, logistics.
Yeah. Tsaka, ako, at the minimum, yung mga beneficiaries ng CCT. Kasi yan yung pinaka-vulnerable.
At saka tayo lahat. I mean, let's say, wala kang kotse.
Oo.
You take public transport.
Magmamahal din yun eh.
Magmamahal din.
Tsaka, lahat tayo kumakain eh. Magmamahal yun. Diba?
So you may get free lower price transport price, pero pag uwi mo sa bahay, your electricity is still high. So the idea there, kasi ang hinahabol natin to, kasi yung crisis nito mabilis, it's developing eh. So instead of doing a targeted, let's just give all.
Okay, so yun nga, so ang idea dito ng at least ng House dun sa proposal nila, and I suppose yung Senate will have a similar proposal. Pag lumagpas na yung Dubai crude ng $80 per barrel for a month, pwede nang mag-suspend either partially or fully yung presidente ng excise tax on petroleum products.
Right.
Ang limit ng authority dun sa House version, up to 6 months. Na extendable to a year kung papayag ang Congress. So may congressional approval. Ang estimate nila dito, ito, it will reduce yung price ng gas by 10 pesos per liter.
Okay.
Diesel, 6 pesos per liter.
Because that's the excise tax actually.
Ito yung excise tax. Kerosene, 5 pesos per liter. And then LPG, 3 pesos per kilogram. Right. So merong pagbaba. And hopefully, ang inaasahan dito, magse-serve siya as parang buffer kung sakali bang tataas yung presyo.
There is ito talagang fix ito eh, di ba? Parang may,
yes.
Pero it's for a limited time.
Oo.
There is a new trend which is called the variable excise tax band. So variable siya, which is similar to that.
So ito mag-a-adjust automatically?
Automatically. So let's say ang presyo ngayon 70 to 90, yan yung price mo. Pag umakyat,
i-adjust na agad.
I-adjust mo, 25% reduction. Pag umakyat pa ng, let's say, 130 siya, 25%. Up to 130, 25% reduction. Up to 150, 50% reduction. Pababa until, pag 100%, suspend mo lahat.
So, ibig sabihin, yung ganyan, nandun na sa batas.
Nasa batas na, you don't have to legislate again for another set of, And there's no time limit because you made it variable. Ang gagawin mo na lang, i-amend mo na lang yung law kung sakaling it does not meet the current circumstances of that time. But this is variable para mas madali. Parang you don't have to go back to Congress to ask them for a new law kung pwede na yung variable excise tax. That's why it's called a band eh. That is similar to that. Also may band din siya. Except hindi siya variable. Oh, actually, to a certain degree variable. Pero wag mo lang lagyan ng limit para wag ka na bumalik. Kasi imagine mo, there's another round of emergency an emergency situation. So you and tapos na yung expiration na nag-expire na. So you then go back to
yeah.
Diba?
So actually, pero yun nga ang key talaga dito, magkaroon na ng system in place.
The other option naman ang ginagawa. So wala ka pang database, wala ka pa, everything is. So we do a general subsidy. Let's do general subsidy.
Parang universal basic income.
You do general subsidy and then you prepare all the databases while ginagawa mo pa. And then if you decide you want to target, paggawa na yung base mo, yung ano mo, yung database mo, and identified who are the targeted beneficiaries, kung confident ka na, then you go into a targeted subsidy.
So, ibig sabihin, suspend muna yung excise, use that time para i-build up mo yung database and yung targeting mo and yung distribution mechanism.
And then
pag confident na kayo, tsaka
you do targeted. So that's another
parang kombinasyon.
That's a 1-2 step eh. But that's where we don't, kasi talagang medyo bago ito sa atin eh.
Although malaki-laki yung magiging revenue loss sa gobyerno
Mawawala.
Ang estimate nila kung excise lang yung suspend, about 15 billion pesos a month.
So about how many months?
6 yung
90 billion.
Yeah.
That's 90 billion. Ang kontra ko doon, putya naman.
Ninakaw lang yan.
Ang ninakaw nung kada taon from 23, 24, 25, more than 300 billion.
May point.
So ang tanong, saan ka kukuha ng pera? Hindi, umutang ka. Maganda naman ang debt to GDP ratio natin eh.
Okay.
Di ba? Parang wala kang magagawa. Emergency. But that's the whole point. That's isa pang contention nila. We don't do general subsidy because the rich will profit from that. Pero if you're going to prepare, magta-targeted ka, it will take time. Magsasuffer ng na.
Yeah. Ako, tingin ko, ang pinaka-importante ngayon dito, yung immediate relief.
Exactly.
Yun eh. Ayaw mong mag-drag on pa ng ilang araw, ilang linggo na yung mga tao, di ba, kubang-kuba dahil dun sa taas ng presyo.
Yan talaga yung policymakers should not immediately say target subsidy is the best solution. Because you have to see the speed of the crisis.
Totoo.
Diba? And how long will it last? You don't know how long this war will last.
Totoo.
Diba? And you're hitting a fuel crisis which is really the linchpin of our economy.
So, ngayon, sinasabi na nila na magkakaroon ng 5,000 fuel subsidy for transport groups. Pero gaya nga ng pinag-usapan natin kanina, napaka-limited nung grupong yun.
That's under the law?
Hindi, parang ngayon pa lang, sinasabi niya ng gobyerno that they're looking into giving, hiwalay dun sa batas, 5,000 subsidy. Okay, so mukhang manggagaling yata dun sa AIX ng DSWD na paboritong pagkuha na ng ayuda sa mga panahong ito. Diba? So, ang mga makikinabang dito, tricycle driver, jeepney driver, taxi driver.
But without the food transport subsidies, our food prices will go up.
Exactly.
And if your food prices go up, inflation goes up. So, tapos, ito, the phenomena of rockets and feathers. In economics, di ba? Pag yung presyo pataas, ang bilis. That's why it's called rocket. Pag pababa naman, ang bagal, feather. Kaya ang bagal baba na.
Ang term niya sa economics, prices are sticky downwards. Ayan yun. Pag tumaas na, medyo
ay baba na agad, di ba?
Actually, yun yung isang kailangan din nating pag-usapan. Kahit na mag-suspend ka ng excise, merong lag yan sa implementation. Kasi ubusin muna yung yung current stocks eh. So ang estimate mga 5 to 20 days bago actually maramdaman at the fuel pump level yung epekto ng suspension.
You know, this gas stations in Bulacan, bigla 105 pesos. They're being, by the way, just to clarify, the country, Philippines, is in a full deregulation mode.
Tama.
So, technically, a gas station or a private oil company can increase their price anytime.
Wala na tayong approval ng any government.
This whole Tuesday thing is a conventional practice.
Tama.
Because they follow the trading in Singapore, that they monitor the week before, and then on the weekend, they compute the prices already. So Monday, they already decide the price and they announce on Tuesday. But that's conventional, hindi yan legal. So pag sinasabing, ba't sila nagtaas ng presyo kaagad, hindi illegal yun. Ang illegal, kung gaano kalaki ang pinatong nila. Because malalaman mo yung range eh. The DOE can compute the reasonable range kung how much you can raise the price. Kaya if you go beyond this price,
profiteering na yan.
Profiteering na or price gouging.
Pero yun nga yung tanong dyan eh. Dahil, sige, ngayon nagka-crisis na. Pero hindi ba nabili na nyo yan, yung current stock nyo?
That's why
were bought at the old price.
That's why there's what we call the replacement cost. Di ba? Bibili ka, yung bagong bili mo, mas mahal. Kaya pag nagtaas ka ng presyo, hindi beyond that range, hindi the government will not say illegal, and you have to justify first. So if you can justify that part of that increase is the replacement cost, they will understand your situation. And the problem,
Pero nga, may range yun.
may range siya talaga.
Diba?
May
Tama.
range siya talaga. But the problem there is, ikaw, gas station owner ka, hindi ka naman gago na masyadong mataas. Because nobody will buy from you if the other gas stations are selling at a lower price.
Pero ang problema kasi dyan, kung ang feeling nila lahat, hindi, tataas daw ng ano. So magtataas
Okay,
sila.
lahat magtataas.
Lahat magtataas.
But they have to justify, is it within the range of reasonable increase?
Okay, so yan. Pero at least ngayon, ang isang bagay na at least nandyan na, kumikilos ng medyo mabilis, at least dito sa mga panukalang batas sa House at sa Senate. And hopefully, maipasa na yan as soon as possible para kahit pa paano, meron tayong mekanismo para hindi naman masyadong kubang-kuba ang mga kababayan natin na tatamaan ng taas ng presyo.
And I think talaga dapat the government is doing it right na to make sure that this taxes can be tanggalin muna. Because that is the only variable that we have control. All the others, the margins, the logistic costs, taxes na ang may control natin. That's why that's the only portion na pwede natin control. That's about, by the way, that's about 25 to 30%.
Yeah.
So that's the only time. Kaya tanggalin natin ang excise. Mas maganda sana kung tanggalin natin excise tax and VAT. But of course, that will mean loss of revenue to the
Sa VAT, di ba 15 billion a month ang mawawala sa revenue sa excise. Pag sinama mo VAT, aakit ang 300 billion a month.
a month.
A month.
Oh, kaya pala.
So medyo mas malaki-laki yung mababawas doon.
Maganda pa naman ang...
So yung 300 billion times 6, kung 6 months na kaabutin, di 1.8 trillion na yon. Ayun, pwede nang ilang maleta na yun.